Right, ladies and gentlemen, good morning everybody. Here's a video about exercise 48 where we're gonna talk about again the skill factor, but right here we know two areas, one of the object and one of the image, and we need to know how we can calculate the skill factor from those two areas. Now, they tell us that the largest passenger airplane in the world, the Airbus A380, has a length of 72.7 meters. So what I do always is to make a sketch, one of the scale model, and it's not so very beautiful. So that's one of the wing, and this is the real one. So, and the other wing. They say that the length here is 72.7 meters. The wing area, that one, is 845 square meters, which is more than the area of 5 volleyball courts. A scale model, that's this one, yeah, with a wing of 0.338 square meters is produced for a wind tunnel test. Calculate the length of the scale model. Yeah, so we need to know that length of the scale model. Now, because we need to go to this answer, the length, we go on the big airplane to the scale model. So in that case, I'm gonna say that this is my object and this is my image. Yeah, so I always go from object to image. Yeah, and because we need to know the length of my scale model, I'm gonna say that the scale model is my image. All right, to calculate the length of the scale model, first we need to know what is the scale factor. Yeah, and the scale factor, if we know the two areas of the wings, we need to do 0.338 divided by 845. So I need to know how many times fits it in the other one, but we need to take the square root of it because we talk about the area. Yeah, so very important that you know that formula. Now, if I calculate it, you get the square root of 0.0004, and that will be 0.02. So that's your scale factor. Now, and we need to go on with my scale factor because the length of my scale model is the 72.7 meters multiplying with the 0.02, and that will be 1.454 meters. Yeah. And that's exercise A. So very important that we need to calculate our scale factor, and then we need to use the scale factor to calculate the answer. Now, question B, the wingspan of the model has to be less than 60% of the width of the wind tunnel to prevent the wind tunnel influencing the airflow along the plane. The wingspan of the Airbus A380 is 79 meters in reality, and the wind tunnel is 5 meters wide. Calculate the maximum wingspan of the scale model that satisfies the demands. Round to 2 decimal places. All right. The very important line is the first line because the wingspan, there you go, or the model has to be less than 60% of the width of the wind tunnel. And in reality, there you go, the tunnel is 5 meters wide. Yeah, so 60% of 5 meters So exercise B, 60% of 5 meters is 0,6 times 5 is 3 meters. Yeah, so we know the measurements for my image already because that's 3. And then they told us that to prevent the wind influencing the airplane, the wingspan of the Airbus A380 is in reality 79,8 meters. All right, so my scale factor is 3 divided with the 79,8. Yeah, and if I just calculate that one, 3 divided with 79,8, there you get a very large decimal number, 0,37, etc. Yeah, but we need to go on with that answer because we need to go from object to image. Yeah, so the area, because they calculate the maximum wingspan of the scale factor that satisfies the demands. Now 60% is the maximum. It's not allowed to get more of 60%. So the area of the object was 845. If I multiply it with my scale factor, the 0,037, or the 3 divided with 79,8, and we talk about the area, so we need to do the second power, because you even do it in the length as in the width, then you get the area, the satisfied area of my scale model. Yeah, and if I just calculate that one, you get 1,90, because we need to round the 2 decimal places, square meters. Yeah, and that's the maximum wingspan of the scale model from exercise B. All right, hopefully you understand what I did, because the first thing is very important, but that's the information what they gave you in the first line, that the wingspan of the model has to be less than 60%. So 60% is the maximum. Yeah, so 61 is not allowed, but 59 it is. Yeah, but they ask you to calculate the maximum wingspan. Yeah, so if you work with 59, then you get an area what is less than 1,90 square meters. Yeah, so hopefully you know what to do. So good luck with the rest of the exercises.